Yahuah's breath. So you think it is Happy Thanksgiving in our history. But whose feast do you celebrate? This Thanksgiving was never Yahuah's. Offer unto Yahuwah thanksgiving and pay your vows unto Yahuwah. Tehillim Psalms 50 and 14. This is what our ancestors called Thanksgiving. Invasion from all directions, stolen lands, stolen peoples. 1600 to 1699. In 1600, Spanish target Apaches, Dene, Utis for slave trade. The Spanish kidnap and sell Apaches, Dene Navajos, and Utis into slavery. Spanish governors also sell and kidnap Apaches and Dene to silver mining camps. Spanish rulers in the colonies develop an active slave trade by abducting Dene and other indigenous women and children through the early 1900s. So this would be the people that were captured and also were unalived, and yet we celebrate Thanksgiving because our ancestors thought that all of this was a good thing to do. In 1600, Juan de Onate colonizes Pueblos, New Mexico. The Pueblos are occupied and forced into the Spanish encomienda system, where the labor of indigenous people is awarded to conquerors. Listen, there's nothing pleasant about the takeover of the lands of the Americas that already had indigenous people on it. But we must work together because Yahuwah wants the body to get along. The ones here might have had family that caused this, but we are not doing it. We are with the Father Yahuwah. But it's still, I understand it's in the DNA, and that kind of trauma cannot be gotten over easily. There's nothing that is redeeming about this day. It's about gluttony. It's about everything that I'm talking about on this. It is such a negative feeling to me. So with everything that everybody says, well, you know, it's just a meal with your family. No, it's just a whatever. It's not a whatever. There's a lot of history behind this evilness. And it's not a day that the Father has celebrated. Yahuwah is truth. The sad thing is that people would stand in line and be with Satan, Santa, quicker than they would be to stand in line for truth with the Father Yahuwah. But that's changing. That's changing, and people are coming to him. But it's the people that have already been designated to come to him. So Father Yahuwah is the most special thing that you could ever be and ever be with. Make a joyful noise unto Yahuwah. All ye lands, serve Yahuwah with gladness. Come before his presence with singing. Know ye that Yahuwah, he is Eluah. It is he who has made us, and not we ourselves. We are his people, and the sheep of his pasture. Enter into his gates with thanksgiving, and into his courts with praise. Be thankful unto him, and bless his name. For Yahuwah is good. His mercy is everlasting, and his truth endures to all generations. Tehillim, Psalms 100, verses 1 through 5. What is sad is knowing that everything that we see, what is up is actually down, and what is down is actually up. The soil is filled with blood all over the world from all of the different nations that have taken over indigenous peoples and have come in and stolen the land. There's so much of it. Laws support scalping and raping and enslaving Native women. This was in 1641. And that is William Kieft in the picture. The Dutch governor of Manhattan, William Kieft, offers the first bounty in North America for Indian scalps in 1641, just 21 years after the Puritans landed at Plymouth Rock. The Massachusetts Bay Colony offers a bounty of $60 per Indian scalp and money for every native prisoner sold into slavery. The governors of the colonies institute scalping as a method for one Indian tribe to eliminate another tribe, and to have colonists eliminate as many Indians as possible. Colonial men are allowed to rape and enslave any native woman or child. Moreover, colonial law gives permission to kill savage Indians on sight at will. In an article for the American Historical Review in 2015, Benjamin Badley writes, policymakers offered bounties for Native American heads or scalps in at least 23 states of their colonial, territorial, or Mexican antecedents. Scalping in America. 2007. Yet we celebrate this hellish day and want to pay homage to the pilgrims and all of the people that have been before us that have blood on their hands. We can no longer accept these blatant, defiant acts as just family gatherings, but as a total disobedience to Yahuwah. Repent and come back to your Father, Yasharel, and only his feast days. 'Tis the season for unalive events. Every one of them, even the parties that are during the week before all of these holidays, these are unalive events. In 1600, International American Indian slave trade in 13 colonies ignites. That's when it started. The Spanish enslaved Native Americans. Demand for labor in the West Indies grows with the cultivation of sugarcane. Europeans enslave and export Native Americans to the sugar islands. British settlers, especially those in the southern colonies, purchase or capture Native Americans to use as forced labor in cultivating tobacco, rice, and indigo. The international trade of American Indian slaves leads to depopulation and decimation for for some and near total annihilation for others. And they've been talking about having too many people on this earth recently in the news since 2020. Actually, before that. And a mogul that runs a computer industry changed from computer industry to passing out vaccines. Africa did not have one case of COVID till it was brought there by doing a test on them for the COVID vaccines. Go figure. I will even give them into the hand of their enemies, and into the hand of them that seek their life. And their unalive bodies shall be for meat unto the fowls of the heavens, and to the beast of the earth. Yirmiyahu, Jeremiah 34:20. So, now you know the whole story. Well, there's going to be more episodes of this. So this is part 1. There's going to at least be 1 or 2 more, because it's that much. And here it is. They keep going on and on. When we bring it up to these people that we are illegals that came in and then stole the land, they say, well, there was no law back then for doing that. I said, so that makes it right? Then they kind of shut up and they say no. But they believe. They believe that it's okay. Shame on them for believing that it's okay to have done this to the Native Americans. And now they're doing it again to the people that are coming across the border. So you just have to mind who you're actually worshiping. You should worship Yahuwah and nothing else. I am Yahuwah, and there is no one else. There is no false mighty one beside me. I girded you, though you have not known me. Yashayahu, Isaiah 45:5. So as you were speaking about and doing these days that are coming up, remember what led up to these things, and change for next year and for what's coming up. BARUK HABA BASHEM YAHUAH. Shalom.